what do you enjoy so much about Tales? Like, where did you up your game? Because you've been doing this for quite some time.
Well, it was a little bit of like, how do we push this envelope, right?
Yeah.
Like, there are so many live plays out there, and a number of which who are the gold standard, right? Like, why, if someone is doing something perfectly and beautifully, like, I don't know that I necessarily need to do that again or try to compete with that on some level. I'd rather be like, hey, check these people out. They're incredible, but here's my brand. Here's the things that I love about this game that you can't see in those other games or at a different level. And so I'm excited about it because I think what most dungeon masters or game masters will understand is that your job as a dungeon master is simply to delight your table.
Yeah.
And as I kind of was joking about the other day, if I have a brand, it's enthusiasm. It's delight. I think I just kind of want everyone to feel like they're doing something special and a part of something that is exciting and surprising. And I think, you know, my collaborator Ed and I, you know, we would be up late until like 3 a.m. working on props. This is a small operation here. And I was just like, wow, we're just doing this to hope that like 4 of our friends will have a good time tomorrow, and that's enough, you know, to kind of keep me up till 3 a.m. getting this done. And hopefully it will then go out and delight more people at home by watching it. So.
And it's something you notice immediately. You light up. Like, you love giving people an adventure, a puzzle, making them happy, making them feel wonder. You just have this glow and a light in your eyes when that happens. Like, there's no faking how much what a great time you're having.
I'm a very bad faker. I've never been a good faker. People think actors are good liars. It's the opposite. Actors are truth tellers. The whole point of what we do is to actually not stop the feelings. So when a feeling happens or when something comes up, you don't block it back down and pretend. You let it exist. You are transparent in that way. And so I've always been a terrible faker. And the same is true in Dungeons and Dragons.
What was the most important thing for you to capture in this new show? I mean, it's creepy.
It's the show? The show is creepy.
I haven't seen the entire show,
That's
but
true.
It's lit like...
Yeah, I mean, it's lit because, you know, we, again, had a small team and we were in these old buildings. And so it definitely has that creepiness. I think, yes, I did want to scare my players in that fun way where like it gets you going and you feel more alive than you do sometimes because it brings you immediately into the present. I think that's why fear is such an safe fear is such an interesting, why we like scary movies and roller coasters and things like that, is it allows you to experience a moment of true presence, but without actual harm coming to you, you know?
Yeah. We'll have more of this interview in just a few seconds. This video was brought to you by Kopeku Maps. They have a Kickstarter going on right now called Bastions and Guild Halls. All 200 plus gorgeous hand-drawn maps are all drawn 100% by human beings, not AI. It's an easy to use map builder where you can literally drag and drop the rooms you want. It is this amazing modular system that you can just build out a fortress, build out a bastion, build out a room in a matter of seconds. I have already demoed this and it is amazingly easy to use. You can support this video by clicking on the link in this video description, going to their Kickstarter. Now back to the interview.
You know, I think it's interesting. I think some people say when they are given puzzles in D&D, sometimes it makes them feel stupid because it's like a challenge to their intelligence and there's a fear in that. And I totally understand that. And when I'm trying to create puzzles, I try to make sure there are a million clues around to help you figure out how to do it. And 2, that you can roll for hints and things like that so that you can find it. But in many ways, I do it because I want people to feel smart. I want them to solve a puzzle and go, oh my God, I figured that out. How exciting. Or see their friend do it and go, oh my God, you're so smart. And in the same way, when someone makes an amazing creative choice, I want all of us to be like, oh my gosh, that person's so imaginative. So every time I run a game, and I think particularly with Woodcreek, because we were doing this whole other dimension, is I wanted to see my players shine. That's always been, I think, again, a unique part of my approach to this game is I like players just as much, if not more, than I like their characters on some level. I want them to come, I want them to role play, I want them to bring those characters to life, but I also just want to see the delight in Todd's eyes, right? I want Todd to go, oh my God, you got me, I'm surprised. That was such a cool puzzle, I can't believe I solved that. And then go, okay, and now I'm now I'm my stoic adventurer character. But like, I want a little bit of both. I want to meld those two things. And that's just that's not a good or bad. That's just a personal preference that I want to see your enthusiasm.
How did this come about?
Tales from Woodcreek?
Yeah, because it kind of came out of the blue. Like,
Yeah.
you, the Dungeon Dudes, and so many of my friends are all in this show together, and in this really, really interesting experience, it all kind of came together.
So Ed and I, Ed Gass-Donnelly, we've been working together for the last 5-6 years just on various projects, and he'd kind of found me through knowing my previous work on Relics and Rarities and a couple of the other D&D shows. And as other things were kind of getting funded or figuring things out, we were like, why don't we do a D&D show? And he kind of got the funding and kind of showed me like, hey, we could actually do this. So we started writing and collaborating and getting that set together. And the more he kind of showed like, oh, you know what we could do? And I think I could manage this and figure out this. And it was like, great, let's write towards that. Let's figure out how to get you to Black Creek Village and play in these out, So I don't know, I feel like having the idea to want to do big puzzles, escape room, add in that haunted house element to this game, and then having someone, a partner that can then kind of make that happen was kind of kismet. I don't know. It wasn't like we knew what we were doing other than wanting to do it. And then, Ed is Toronto-based, and Dungeon Dudes are here in Toronto, and they're such a popular channel, and we kind of reached out to them, and they said yes. We're like, oh, great, done there. And then it was, again, you keep continuing on, and you just ask people. And it's, we are a small production, so this was just like, hey, we'll pay you, but you want to come out and just, do a weird, fun thing for this weekend? And they're like, sure, because I care about you. And so it ends up being this community support system, which you don't always get in other industries. This is a really fun one in that way, that I think we all love this and we all love the work that other people do and want to support it and be there for them.
Tales from Woodcreek premieres on the Dungeon Dudes YouTube channel this October 31st. Is an all-star stacked cast. Is going to be an absolutely fantastic time, and it looks gorgeous. If you want to support more video content like this, subscribe, leave a comment. We have a whole lot more interviews with the cast of Tales from Woodcreek, as well as Deborah Ann Woll, and also you can support more videos like this by going to our Patreon page. That allows us to make more content like this, and most importantly, check out Kapeku Maps and their Kickstarter right now. They sponsored this video and others, and that's how we keep these videos being made. Thank you so much for watching.
Friends and enemies, that is a natural 20.
We find you here to set all free. We ask for strength, so load it be.